ਇੱਕ ਓਂਕਾਰ ਸਤਨਾਮ ਕਰਤਾ ਪੁਰਖ ਨਿਰਭਉ ਨਿਰਵੈਰ ਅਕਾਲ ਮੂਰਤ ਜੁਨੀ ਸਹਿਬਾਂ ਗੁਰ ਪ੍ਰਸਾਦ ਜਪ ਆਦ ਸਚ ਜੁਗਾਦ ਸਚ ਹੈ ਪੀ ਸਚ ਨਾਨਕ ਹੋਸੀ ਪੀ ਸਚ ਇਕ ਅਦਤੀ ਗੁਰੂ ਨਾਨਕ ਦੇਵਾ ਓਂਕਾਰ ਗੁਰੂ ਅੰਗਦ ਪੇਵਾ ਸਤਨਾਮ ਗੁਰੂ ਅਮਰ ਪਿਆਰੇ ਕਰਤਾ ਰਾਮਦਾਸ ਗੁਰਬਾਰੇ ਪੁਰਖ ਸ੍ਰੀ ਅਰਜਨ ਸੁਖਦਾਨੀ ਨਿਰਭਉ ਹਰ ਗੋਬਿੰਦ ਗੁਣ ਖਾਨੀ ਨਿਰਵੈਰ ਗੁਰੂ ਹੈ ਸ੍ਰੀ ਰਾय ਅਕਾਲ ਮੂਰਤ ਹਰਿ ਕ੍ਰਿਸ਼ਨ ਧਿਆਏ ਜੁਨੀ ਤੇਗ ਬਹਾਦਰ ਰਾਏ ਸਾਹਿਬਾਂ ਗੁਰ ਦਸਵੇਂ ਸਾਏ ਗੁਰ ਪ੍ਰਸਾਦ ਗ੍ਰੰਥ ਗੁਰ ਗਿਆਨਾ ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਬੰਦਨ ਭਗਵਾਨਾ ਬਾਣੀ ਗੁਰੂ ਗੁਰੂ ਹੈ ਬਾਣੀ ਵਿੱਚ ਬਾਣੀ ਅੰਮ੍ਰਿਤ ਸਾਰੇ ਗੁਰਬਾਣੀ ਕਹਿ ਸੇਵਕ ਜਨ ਮਾਨੇ ਪ੍ਰਤੱਖ ਗੁਰੂ ਨਿਸਤਾਰੇ मुख उछाए शस्त्र काट पिंगरन सर जाए अंध रखे भद्र सुनाए जो काव कृपा करा है कहा बुद्ध प्राप्त क्षमारी बन सके महिमा जो तारी हम न सकता सिर तुम्हारी आप रहे हो तुम कर सारी फिर प्रभु आया परया तो सुनाए नानक की प्रभु बेनती अपनी भक्ति लाए सो कह टल गुरु सेविय एहन इस सहज सभाए दर्शन पर सिया गुरु के जन्म मरण दुख जाए दर्शन पर से गुरु के जन्म मरण दुख जाए।
सतनाम श्री वाहिगुरु साहिब जी। एक ओंकार सतनाम करता पुरख निरभउ निर्वैर अकाल मूरत अजूनी सैभं गुर प्रसाद जप आद सच जुगाद सच है भी सच नानक होसी भी सच।
वाहिगुरु जी का खालसा वाहिगुरु जी की फतेह। गुरु रूप साध संगत वाहिगुरु जी का खालसा वाहिगुरु जी की फतेह. We continue on with the definitions of the Sri Mool Mantra. We're going through hopefully going to go through the definitions of the Sri Japji Sahib and continue on from there. In the previous video, which was a short video, we did the definitions of the Falarth. The definitions are given for why or what the merits a person gains from reciting the Sri Mool Mantra, the Maha Mantra. And now we're going to go on to the seventh lot of definitions, which are known as the Lakhan Arths, which is about the characteristics of Vaheguru. And it's through this definitions that the Siddhs asked Sri Guru Nanak Dev Ji, they asked, Maharaj, with regards to every mantra, there are two types of Lakhan. There are the Sarup Lakhan, which are the forms, the characteristics of the form. And there are the Tatasti Lakhan, which are the temporary characteristics of Vaheguru. And they ask, they say, well, within this mantra that you have given, can you tell us which are the Sarup Lakhan, which are the Tatasti Lakhan? And Maharaj says, yes, of course. This Lakhan, this mantra has no faults. And we've said that before, so you can place all your questions in front of this mantra and we'll be able to answer it through the mantra itself. I just need to explain again what the two different types of characteristics are being asked here. The first ones are the Sarupa Lakhan. Sarupa Lakhan are about the constant form of Vaheguru, and these are what permanently remain. These are the characteristics that remain during all three time periods, through the primal, the present and the future. Before everything, after everything, they remain the same, they remain constant. And the Tatasti Lakhan are the temporary ones. They're the temporary characteristics of Vaheguru that exist. And again, this will be a very, very short video. We're just trying to finish the rest of the definitions and then move on with the Maha Mantra, from the Maha Mantra into the Mool Mantra. So, Guru Nanak Dev Ji asked here, what are your Sarup Lakhan? What are the permanent characteristics of God? And Sri Guru Nanak Dev Ji replies, Ek. Vaheguru is always constant, he is always one. There is no other. There is just the one Vaheguru. There is just the one God. He is unique in every way and always will be. And Guru Nanak Dev Ji says this is the first characteristic of Vaheguru that is permanent. This is completely permanent, and at no point is there two of them. At no point are there two forms of Vaheguru or two Vahegurus. Vaheguru is unique. He is Advaita. He is unique in his way, and he is unique all the time. In all three time periods, outside of time, he is unique as well. So that's the first characteristics. And Maharaj continues.
Sat.
Maharaj is Sat. And like I said before, you get the terms Sat and Sach. Sach is a temporary truth, while Sat is a permanence. It is completely permanent. Vaheguru, like in the Maha Mantra we have read in the Mool Mantra earlier, it says, Aad Sach, Jugad Sach, Hai Pi Sach, Nanak Hosi Pi Sach. Here Guru Nanak Dev Ji is stating that Vaheguru is Sat. This is a permanent characteristics of God, that He is true throughout all time. He is always the form of truth. And Maharaj continues,
Ajuni.
We've touched on this before, and this is going to touch on the next one, the next term, which is
Sapang.
Ajuni and Sapang. I'm going to do them together because the term Ajuni means that God is not created, He is not born. He is not born from another, He does not die, He does not enter the cycle of transmigration. God is exempt from this, and that is a permanent characteristic. Sapang, however, follows on from this. Sapang means God is self-illuminating, He is self-created. So where God doesn't have to take a birth, He is self-created, He is created from Himself, and He is illuminating Himself. And God is always self-illuminating. And these are the initial 4 characteristics that Maharaj says. And he continues,
Akal Murat.
Akal Murat. Vaheguru is the form, the complete form of timelessness. He is constant in every way. His form remains the same because of these characteristics. He is one. He is Sat, which means He is true. He does not enter the cycle of birth and death or go through transmigration. And He is self-illuminating. And this is His Akal Murat. This is His timeless form. So Maharaj explains from the mantra, from the Mahamantra, that these are the Sarupa Lakhan, these are the permanent characteristics of God, and they are always permanent, they are always there. And then Maharaj starts with the Tatasti Lakhan, which are the temporary characteristics. And Sri Guru Nanak Dev Ji then states, look, the temporary characteristics come and go. As Maya comes, as the world comes, as disillusion comes, these are characteristics that only certain times exist and are not in permanence like the others. And Maharaj continues,
Karta Purak.
Maharaj says, right, when God goes from from that one word, from that one term, has created all of the universe, then He becomes the creator, He becomes a Karta, He becomes a creator then. Otherwise, when He is alone, He is not the creator, He is not creating anything. So this is a temporary characteristic. And then He is Purk, Karta Purk. He is Puran, He is complete, He is omnipresent. Only then He is omnipresent within His own creation. And that again is a temporary characteristic. And Maharaj says that look, these two are temporary. And we continue on.
Oankar Nam.
Oankar and Nam. And now we need to understand, Maharaj says only when the world has been created is He illuminating. He illuminates all only when He is within, when existence is there. And then Nam. Nam means He is prasid, He is well known. And then during the time when everything exists, He is well known by all individuals. However, these characteristics are only temporary. He is only the creator when He's creating. He is only Puran when He is only complete when He is within all of His creation that is manifest. He is only the illuminator when there is creation present. And He is only well known when creation has to worship Him. When doomsday comes, when Mahaparlo comes, when the destruction of all the universes and everything goes back within the Lord, then these characteristics will cease to exist and they won't be there. And Maharaj says that
Gur Prasad.
that is only with the grace of the Guru. This is also a temporary characteristics. Once the creation of the world is created and the Guru exists, giving you enlightenment, that you will know all these things. But again, Gur Prasad, it is through the grace of the Guru. That again is a temporary characteristic, because that is only for the time that the world and everything has been created. And that's what Maharaj says. So he states this is the difference. So the mantra contains both types of characteristics, both of permanence and both temporary. And the Siddhs were happy to listen to these and understood that actually the mantra contains both. It is not just about the Satchitanand Sarup, it is not about the permanent form of God. It also talks about God when He comes into creation, when He creates the world, when He creates every being within the cycle of transmigration. And now these are the arths, the Tasti Lakhan, the Lakhan Arth. these are the definitions for the characteristics. And Maharaj ends in there, and we're going to end the arths today there as well. So Kamalpreet Singh, if you can recite the Mool Mantra, and we'll go through the Mangals, please. Thank you.
Ek Onkar Satnam Karta Purkh Nirbhav Nirvair Akal Murth Ajuni Saipang Gur Prasad Jap Ad Sach Jugad Sach Hai Pi Sach Nanak Hosi Pi Sach
Vaheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Vaheguru Ji Ki Fateh. He Gobind, He Gopal, He Dayal Lal, Prananath Anath Sake Deen Dard Nivar. He Samrat Agam Puran Mohe Me Atar. अंधकूप महापयान नानक पारे उतार आए प्रभ शरणागति कृपा निध दयाल एक अखर हर मन वस्त नानक होत निहाल एक अखर हर मन वस्त नानक होत निहाल वाहिगुरु जी का खालसा वाहिगुरु जी की फतेह।